crazy mother.
What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. Soul visionaries and potential soul visionaries out there. I am your host, Draaaaake. You are now rocking with the mobile version of the Soul Vision Podcast. You know that place where we keep it unfiltered and raw. We talk about anything from foreign to politics. We'll even talk about the things you might have heard or even saw. Today we're talking about Drake. Come on, bruh. You lost the rap battle. You lost the rap battle. And I know the Drake fans or whatever, people were saying Kendrick is dragging this song out. Kendrick dragging this song out. You know, but never mentioning that Drake drug out the song he beat Meek Mills with. Okay. This man has filed a lawsuit for a damn rap battle. A lawsuit for a fucking rap battle. How soft can you fucking be? Come on, man. This dude called you a name. You called him some names. Everybody that has ever been involved in hip-hop beef and battles at least got called names. Some people even lost their lives. You know what I'm saying? You got called a name. You started the name calling and the mad disrespect. You didn't want to keep it lyrical. You made it personal. Now dude hits you with the allegations that you asked him to hit you with in the tailor-made freestyle, and now you're mad because that shit stuck to you like glue. Because there's too many references to you and young girls. All out there on the internet. All out there. Hell, there was a white comedian one time on a podcast was even saying before this battle even started that you were messing with young girls. Are you gonna go after him too? You know what I'm saying? What grown man text a 13-year-old? I miss you. You know what I'm saying? Sierra Canyon parking lot jumping like Magic City. Bruh, you do so many questionable things, man, and then you want to know why he called me a pedophile. Bruh, I mean, this shit it's out there. You do some wild shit. The 17-year-old you brought on stage and said her breast felt good against your chest. Then you proceeded to kiss her and all, and you're doing all of this after she told you how old she was. Bruh. This is wild ass behavior, man. Wild ass behavior. No matter what you do, not like us, is going to stick to your ass. You know, you talking about that song got your house shot up, but wasn't you beefing with The Weeknd? Didn't something happen to The Weeknd's people not too long before something happened to you? Then you're hanging out with Top 5. You know, you claim you're a mob boss. You've been claiming that shit since what they say 2016 or whenever you started saying mob ties and mob boss shit. Bro, your house being shot up is a part of mob boss life. If you really want to be about that action. Come on, bro. You out here making yourself look worse than what Kendrick did, bro. Then you're saying Dave Free is actually Kendrick's kid's father, and you know you're defaming the character of his lady and his homeboy. You know, and if this is not true, they should file lawsuits against you. You know, you're defaming their character. They should turn around and everybody that you ever talk shit about, Serena Williams' husband, all these people that you ever went at, called name, you called Joe Budden a dick sucker and all, they should all get together and just hit you with a class action lawsuit and just sue the shit out you. You know, because that's what you're all about. You're about court action. Instead of you getting back in the booth and having one of your mini writers come up with some verses to go back at Kendrick, you chose to fucking go to court because this man called you the name you told him to call you. Then you turn around and said you fed him the false information and all this. Bruh. Then it began when you said drop. You were telling him to drop. You was telling him to do X, Y, and Z. You told him to do these things. He told you he wanted to keep it as a friendly thing. But you made it personal. You made it personal just like you did with Meek Mills when he was dating Nicki Minaj, when Pusha T and his wife. You make things personal, bro. You go out. Why do you go after women so much, though? That's what I want to know. What's your reasoning behind that? That's interesting. But, bro, you got your ass kicked. You know, it's just a rap battle that you lost. You got to deal with it. You lost the rap battle. You lost the biggest rap battle in history. And I think that's what's fucking bugging you. Because Kendrick is not supposed to be this super club banger type rapper or whatnot. Came out and hit you with a bop that went crazy. Now you mad. You mad because that one song is probably has more impact than all of your albums altogether. This is a worldwide phenomenon. Little kids are singing these songs. Little kids will grow up knowing that you was a pedophile, or they said you were a pedophile. You did some questionable shit, bro. You can't deny that. You can't deny that you do questionable shit. And all those people that support you and believe in you the whole nine, it's crazy. Those are the same people that went after R. Kelly and Bill Cosby and the like. Those are the same people that want to jail everybody else for shit that you're on the borderline of doing. It's crazy, bro. You jump out here, then you're saying you're fearing for your life, and you know this song has made it. But then you out here making other songs, and then you going at LeBron James and him and it, bruh, if you just sit your ass down, what you should have done was got the fuck out the way, man, and let Kendrick go on his little run, or his major run. Let him do this, get it out the way, get it out of the system, and then come back. Had your ass disappeared for a year, 2 years, you had enough money, year, 2 years, sat back, thought about all the dumb shit you've done over the course of these last couple of years, thought about all the dumb shit that you said on those records. Had you just sat down, just thought about your strategy, your failed strategy on how you did the battle, then you came out with What Did I Miss? What did I miss? That if you came out with that whack ass song, maybe it would have hit better. I know Drake fans are riding for this dude. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said, like I've said in other videos, I totally knew nothing about Kendrick. Very little about Drake. I just knew what my kids, they were playing, started from the bottom because I'm here when my son was in high school. I just totally had given up on rap music, period. Rap, hip hop, all that became such garbage to me with all this auto-tune stuff. So I stayed away from it. J. Cole was my guy, because J. Cole was like, oh man, he was, in Contra Coast, hearing real spitters come out. I was like, man, because Drake is not a spitter. I don't care what none of y'all say. Drake is not a rapper. I don't know what the draw is, but listening to his real voice is irritating as fuck, and his many different adopted accents are even worse. So when the real spitters came out, man, I'm sitting here listening like, oh damn, shit, these boys, Contra Coast, J. Cole out here spitting. And I'm like, wow. Then this battle happens. I said, okay. They had a dude named Locksmith freestyling and stuff like that. I'm like, damn, these boys, it's some lyrical dudes out here. They're just underground. But then this rap battle hit. I'm like, it's like, damn, And I'm just scrolling through YouTube and I just stumbled on it. Like, damn. You know, it's like, oh man, Kendrick dropped. I'm like, Kendrick. And the way everybody's going crazy over it, I'm like, hell yeah, let me be nosy. Let me step back into this hip hop world. And that like that verse. I knew nothing about first person shooter. I was just up like, damn, okay. But when Kendrick dropped, that verse was like, nigga, fuck the big three, nigga, it's just big me, nigga, boom. I was like, oh, okay, this nigga taking shots at somebody. Then so I started following No Life Shaq, Screwface John, all the reactors, man, Knox Hill. I started following all these guys because I want the information now, man. The white chick, April. It was just so many people I was following, man. I think his name is I Am Dante or something like that, and Steve Knight. I started following all these people, man, to see what the battle was. I needed to get caught up on what's going on quickly, so I started listening to them. Then next thing you know, Drake came up with the push-up joint. Like, okay. I'm like, oh shit. You know, like I said, I don't like Drake. I'm not a Drake fan. His voice is irritating as fuck, but he dropped that push-up. So I'm like, oh, okay. Damn. I'm like, Kendrick, you. And then I'm hearing from, you know, a lot of people, well, Kendrick ain't gonna drop because, you know, Kendrick does this. You know, he'll do something and then he'll disappear. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, but damn, that push-up's kind of hit. You know, bruh, he told you to drop. You talk about the splits and you getting extorted for your money. I'm like, damn. Kendrick dropped. Like, ooh. Okay. I'm listening. I'm like, I don't know if it was 616 or Euphoria first, or, you know, I'm like, damn. And the beats was nasty, but the way he was just, his delivery was just so smooth. And then, you know, then you had people like Gilly and all. You like Gilly and Cam and Mason, all them riding hard for Drake. And I'm like, all right, you know, Fat Joe, they all riding for Drake and shit. I'm listening to all the reactors. I'm trying to get, man, when Euphoria drops, I'm like, oh, game over. For me, game over. Euphoria was nasty. I think Drake came with Family Matters after that. I'm like, ooh, he's saying you beating on your woman, bro. What the hell? Well, like I said, I'm listening to all the reactors. I started binge listening to Kendrick. I can't binge listen to Drake. His voice. And then when they were talking about the accents and all this different shit, that's when I really started noticing, like, oh, he does do this shit. Because I said, okay, I'm gonna try to get through a couple of his songs because I don't like his original voice. Oh man, it was bad. But I said, okay, he dropped that Family Matters. I was like, ooh, okay, bro, he hit you, bro. You gonna have to come back when that motherfucker. Not too long after that shit, that motherfucker Meet the Grams dropped on that ass. This nigga say, Dear Adonis. And I knew who Adonis was because Pusha T had kicked Drake ass with the story of Adonai. So I knew who Adonis was. He's like, Dear Adonis. It's like, sorry that man is your father. God damn. You know, if that, god damn. Like, not that man ain't your father. Sorry, he is your father. Damn. You know, his father should have wore a condom. Nigga. And I was like, okay, bam, that's cool. And then when he dropped that Not Like Us, this is when I knew I knew who Mustard was, but I didn't know Mustard was like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he was like that. You know, and this battle just introduced me to a whole plethora of other characters, the Alchemist. You know, like, then, you know, you finding out the relationship between Kendrick and Taylor Swift. You're like, damn, what the fuck? So it's just, man, the battle was very interesting. It was a huge deal. It had some good music. Like I said, Drake even came out with some decent shit. He just got stepped on like a motherfucker, right? He came out with some good shit. I gotta admit, it's not like I'll go and listen to a Drake album or anything like that, but the beef was very energizing. It was very good for the culture. I know some people like, nah, they went too far and this and that and the other. Fuck that. It's beef. It's called a diss. Disrespect. That's what it's called. If you're sensitive, I can see you saying it's going too far. But these other rappers out here, these old ass niggas getting out, old rappers, it was just too much for me. Nigga, KRS-One went in on MC Shan. Roxanne Shante is only good for steady fucking. MC Shan and Molly really only bluffing. Nigga, this beef shit started a long time ago and it's always been disrespectful. Always been disrespectful. LL and Kumo D going back. You got a lock on my jock like a pit bull. Man, it's always been disrespectful. That's what disses are. But at the end of the day, people just said, you know what? Hey, they took their L's. Especially after the Tupac and Biggie situation. When Pac and Big met their demise, their early demise, man, people, they was like, wow, this is heavier than I thought. But man, rap beef has been around forever, man. Forever. And for Drake to even sue because of a damn name being called, man, that's the lamest shit in history. He not only took the biggest L in history, he did the lamest shit anybody could do in the history of rap music, period. In one breath, you a mob boss, and next breath, you a goddamn snitch, crybaby. Like, damn, bro. When he said you're not like us, bro, that wasn't you trying to make it anti-Semitic. He took because I'm half Jewish and this and that and the other. Bro, that ain't why he said you wasn't like us, bro. He said you're not like us because you ain't built like us. You run into the police, man. Because you lost the rap battle. You run into the police. You're not like us because you're not of the culture, bro. You're not made like we made. That's why he said you're not like us. You're proving every single day and every action ever since you lost this rap battle, you're proving him correct. Bruh. It's 2025. We gonna rise and fly, man. But that's just my commentary, man. Peace.